I wanted to thank everyone for joining us today as we launch some really, really exciting new technology here at Exit Strategy Realty. This is stuff you have never seen before. I have been experimenting with it and have been absolutely shocked and delighted by the results. Really, really some new stuff to us and to, quite frankly, what I'm seeing in the industry. I watch social media quite a lot. I watch what other agents are doing. I'm coached, as you guys know. You guys are coming to me and showing me what you're doing. This is all brand new content. So let's jump right in. What we are talking about today is how to capture more leads when you are talking about your listings, capture more leads when you're trying to promote your website. In general, just do a better job of capturing leads. And let me show you what I mean by that. So first off, a lot of us, all of us, have our nice little, I'm going to show you the front end of it here, but our nice little market leader website. This is paid for by the office. So every single one of us has a front end website for Market Leader. And Laura can help you if you haven't already reserved a private domain name, a public vanity name. So mine has been nicklibert.com for 21 years. And I've had it forwarded for the last, oh my gosh, how long have we all been at Exit? For a long time. I've had that forwarded to our Market Leader website. But what none of us, including myself, have been doing is working that more intensely to get people to log in and start browsing there. We've got people logged in on Zillow. We've got people logged in on Realtor.com, everywhere else, other brokerages' websites, not on our own stuff. We have got to start sending them to our own stuff, driving traffic there, so you can then turn around and actually get people into the MLS search. So again, we're not expecting people to be on this site forever, but we want to start driving traffic here. And when you're talking about your listings, driving traffic to the listing page for that specific listing so that you can get more logins, you can get more conversion. A lot of what I see posted right now by you guys, by agents at the vast majority of other companies everywhere, is what I would call passive posting. And what I mean by passive posting, let me give you an example earlier in the weekend, last weekend, of a bad post. And it's one of mine, so I'm literally going to call myself up. I was advertising an open house. I did boost the posts. Okay, so that part I get. I was advertising my open house. I did boost the post, so I got a good amount of engagement, 3,000 people engaged. But look what I wrote. I was talking about come and look at the open house, blah, 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 all this different stuff. Do you see a link anywhere in here? Do you see any sort of ability of someone to then go get further information about this? And more importantly, besides getting further information about that property, log in and start looking beyond just that property. I have no way by doing this post of capturing leads, capturing consumers' information, none. So I spent money on this post. So some of you guys don't spend money on posts, you just post. I posted and I boosted this, but I'm sitting there spending money to not get any information from people. So I was hoping maybe they might quick send a message. Most of them are just going to look at it, maybe engage with it, but they're not logging into anywhere where I can capture their information. It's the same way with signage. I have talked to you guys for months now about making sure to use, I'm using now my Exit Realty business card, my digital business card, to say you can call me or you can text to this number. So Libert to 85377 is my digital business card. That you should have some sort of call capture, and in the case of what we're talking about today, web capture. Don't just post, you've got to capture. So here is what I'm showing you how to do now. So here's another open house. So this one I did correctly, the new way. It has open house Sunday, gives them a little bit of the information, gives you a bunch of photos. So this is a Facebook post. I also put this on Instagram. And I've got open house Sunday, and then look at this, full details at this page. So where does this page go? I click on it, and it's going to pull up the information on that actual listing. So it's got all the photos listing. I actually need to change out that snowy photo, right? More about this property. Look, there's a sign-in sheet. It's asking you to sign in. Request more information. It's asking you to sign in. So you can get quite a bit of information on this property. But if you want to see more on this property, you've got to sign in. But guess what? It'll also invite you to look at other properties. So don't just sit there and spit out information on the listing. Create a landing page for the listing. But guess what? It's already created for you. Every single one of your listings already has a landing page from Market Leader. So don't go out and create a website for each listing. It's already been done for you. Charles says he can't hear me. Can the rest of you guys hear me? Can everyone else hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Yes, everyone else can hear me. Charles, that is on your end. Sorry, buddy. This is being recorded for everyone as well. So what we're showing you right now is that every single one of your listings has a landing page. Let me show you where that is. So when you go into your front-end website through Market Leader, so there's the login page at the bottom. See that little admin login? The login page at the bottom. What you are then going to do is you go in the front end of this. So this is, by the way, and I'm going to show you more about this in a minute. Look at all the new people that have logged into my website. Now, if you go into your Market Leader website on the back end, you're probably not going to see a lot of people logging in right now because you're not promoting it. You're not setting up specific searches and sharing them. I'm going to show you today how to do that. So I've had a lot of activity here. I've actually got to go through and talk to some of these people. 26 new contacts in the last 30 days. Almost all of them were in the last 48 hours, and I'm going to show you how. So you're going to create the landing pages, or actually just use the landing pages that are already there for each listing. You click on listings and market my listings. So again, this is in Market Leader. You're going to click on market my listings, and then look at this now. Each one of your listings already has a bunch of stuff ready on it. And the most important thing is the free single property website. So for example, we were talking about my Sacramento listing. There's another one I have an open house on. So here's my Sacramento listing. Look at this. Create single property website. It's already created. All you have to do is go right here, and there is that website. Every single one of my listings have one. So here's the website. Now, if you don't like this big, long address, which I'm fine just using that hyperlink, but if you don't want that big, long address, here's what you do. You copy that address. You go to Bitly, bitly.com, Bitly, and you are going to create an account. It takes 2 seconds. All this stuff is free, guys. And you're going to then create your little, much shorter vanity link. So there's my link. And there it's created. It's got a little title. You can change it. And look, you can customize the back half of this. So I'm going to sit there and I'm going to make this bit.ly/4348 North Sacramento. 4348 North Sacramento. So for SEO purposes and things like that, that might be nice. You can even create a tag there if you'd like to. I'm not going to worry about that right now. So now I have the ability right here to have this much shorter domain if I want to. Doesn't have to be that way. Either way, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to Facebook, Instagram, etc., wherever, and I'm going to start talking about this listing. So, for example, when I did my post that I boosted, instead of just having a passive come to my open house and click on this link. Because, again, my goal for them then is to go to this website, start browsing, and want more information. I don't want to just spit it all out. Of course, there's plenty of information there. But then I want them to get more information from me. I want to get their information and talk to them. Does that make sense so far? So that is step one. That is step one, and that has been very effective the last week for me. I've gotten a bunch of sign-ins and logins for open houses, for property information. Don't just spit out your property's information. Get a call capture, an email capture, website capture by using these websites that have already been created for you. Again, they've already been created for you. So every single one of your listings, the minute it hits the MLS, it has all of this. Now, you obviously can share from this page too. They've got a Craigslist tool. They've got all this other stuff. But here's my only problem is that if you share it directly from here, I don't think you get as much hits and engagement as if you simply you get the website on a separate browser, and then you cut and paste that into Facebook, create a link on LinkedIn, whatever else. I think if you're using their sharing tool, it doesn't quite get as much engagement if you actually posted it yourself. So again, Market Leader is your front-end website, and also if you log in at the bottom, it has a massive amount of tools for your listings. Please, please, please start using these tools, but particularly be smart. When you make a post, do not just spit out information. Ask them to click on these links, and it's going to begin to pay off. But here's what's paying off even more. So I showed you the front end of that. I told you that look at all these new contacts that I was getting in the last 48 hours. So almost all the new contacts I've had, look at this. This is all coming here in the last, and this is incredible. The amount of people that are signing in, that are turning around and continuing to click and work in my website, I'm able to see. And you'll notice right here that they're almost all in the same price point. Why is that? Because I specifically created a certain search. So no, not all these people are magically looking at the same price point from strange occurrences. I have targeted a specific price point. I'm going to show you now how you can target a different price point than what I did. So here's what I did. I went in here. We've already shown you how to make, when you're advertising a specific listing, how to do this. And again, then I boosted that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about, well, where do I want to work more? Where am I interested in showing properties? What's a niche that I have? So I work with a lot of first-time buyers, and a lot of them are in Lakeview. And I know that's one of my demographics. And by the way, there's many demographics you can go after, many different types of property you can target. But what I want to do is say, hey, guys, hey, database, there are some incredible properties right in our neighborhood that are under a certain price point or over a certain price point. I don't care how you phrase this, but I want to do something special that I can say, look at this. This is interesting. This is different. And you may be interested in this type of property too. So look how I phrased this. I took a picture inside one of my listings. So remember, you can absolutely create this without a photo, but I think a photo creates more engagement and a more powerful image. And also at the same time, then you obviously also then can play on Instagram. Instagram, you can't do something without pictures or some sort of graphic. So pictures do best. I took a picture inside one of my listings. If you do not have a listing in one of these categories, then go and ask someone else permission to use a view or a picture of one of their listings. So I said, lake views with no landlords. There are currently 57 one-bedroom units for sale in Lakeview under $200,000, including blah, 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 and I gave some things. Owned for less than rent, and many of these, check them out at this. Now, what is this link? Let's click on that link. That link is a custom search I have made. Look, there I am. There's Market Leader. A custom search. Now, you notice now it's down to 56 homes today. Something sold. A custom search that I have made in Market Leader. So how do you make a custom search so you can promote and share it? Let's do another custom search right now. Let's do one right now. So I have already got this bookmarked for myself. And I'm going to go and open this bookmark up. Let's see here. And this is the advanced search. So for me, so notice this is the advanced search. So mine is my name, so my username for my Market Leader website. So whatever that domain name is, the Market Leader domain name. And Laura can tell you what that is. So mine is Nick Libert. So my web page, before I got the vanity code for it, the nicklibert.com, it's actually the long name is https://nicklibert.exitsellschicago.com. And then at the end of it, you do /advanced search, and then another / or / I think they call it. So advanced search is what you're going to put on the end of that long name. And I have bookmarked that. I would recommend you do too, because it's not something that easily flies off the tongue. And so what you do then is you can go ahead and you can create this advanced search for anybody. So I'm going to do another one in Lakeview today. I'm not going to put a minimum price point on it. I'm just going to say, well, I'm going to put a max price point on it. I'm going to start talking about house hacking more often. And house hacking is something that has interested me for quite a while. And what house hacking is that is when you buy a property, a multi-unit building, and so I'm going to check off multi-unit over here under property types. House hacking is when you buy a multi-unit building, you get everybody else in the building, the tenants, basically, to cover the cost of your mortgage. So you are living rent-free, and you're also building equity and potentially cash flow in a property. It's really, really a cool thing. So I'm going to say, look, there are multi-unit buildings. Do you want to buy a building? Do you want to be a landlord? Do you want to be an investor? Look what we can do. And right here in Lakeview, there are XYZ number of them. Now, there are only 2, so not very many, only 2 in Lakeview right now. So that may not be the best search, but that's what the search that I want to start with. And because guess what? I can adjust it to anything else and adjust it within this as well. Look, I'm going to do price low to high. And maybe I want to expand beyond just Lakeview. Let's say the north side. So let's go back to our search. And let's say, how about also Uptown? I'm going to add that. I'm going to add Edgewater. And I'm going to say, yep, $800,000. Let's keep that. I really don't care about any of the rest of this stuff right now because, again, my post is going to be about house hacking. And now I'm up to 7 homes. That's a little bit more appropriate. And again, I like to do price low to high. And so if you set this up, now you've got this long, long link, which we're definitely going to shorten this one. I would absolutely use Bitly for this. I'm going to then copy that link, and I'm going to, from there, I'm going to save my other one first. All right. I'm going to create a new Bitly. All right. And we're going to paste the long URL. That's a long URL. And then let's do the customized back half. Let's think what we can say here. Investment properties for sale, multi-units for sale, something like that. Multi-units for sale. Okay. Or we could even just do multi-units. Apartment buildings. Let's do that for now. Okay? We're going to save that. So bit.ly. Oh, someone's already taken that one. Okay. Let's do north side investments. That may be gone too. Nope, that is there. Yay. So now that we've got that, we can copy that. And then in your social media, you can post this with a creative picture, or you can just sit there and post it without a picture. Now, I did not get a snap a photo of a multi-unit today. Didn't make time to do that. But I would certainly recommend you could do that. Then I'm going to go on, you can do it on your business page, or you can just do it on your personal page. If you're going to do it on your business page, you've got to boost it to get anywhere, because no one's on your business pages unless you boost it beyond your natural audience. On my personal page, I've got a large number of people on it. Same way on LinkedIn, same way on other things. So I'm going to get this link first and foremost on here. So there's my little link, and it's going to have a little preview. And then I'm going to, from there, say, and see, it's branded to me. This looks good. Some of you guys are sending out links to stuff that doesn't even really look that great. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to say, are you ready to be a landlord? There are some great potential investment multi-unit investment properties on the lakefront in Chicago's north side. Well, let's not say that. Let's do specific neighborhoods. Lakeview, Uptown, and Edgewater under 800K. Check them out or browse in your desired budget and area as well. Boom. So there it is. And again, I've got the link already. I'm just going to go ahead and do this one more time for purposes of cutting and pasting into other media. And there we go. I'm going to share it. Now, that is not the most beautiful picture or the most beautiful link, but for the purposes of today, this is just fine. If you wanted to do this on your business page and boost it to the world, that's what I did to get all these logins earlier in the week. So what I did, let me show you exactly what I did. I went to my business page. Got to get back to. Give me one moment. I went to my business page and I put up a picture of that view. I think I showed that to you already. And then I boosted it. So again, I put it on my natural, regular, organic Facebook public profile, so what my friends are on, and then I also boosted it beyond there. So this is Lake Views with No Landlord. Then there's my shortened link from my longer Market Leader custom search page link. And then look at this. I've got a bunch of, I spent $50 on this, only $50. And for $50, I have all these different people that now have signed up and are going to be able to be engaged with that are obviously interested in real estate. This is so much more targeted than some of the just splattering stuff against the wall that I'm seeing out there. It's getting a specific buyer. It's targeting that buyer in the areas that you want to be in. So for $50, I boosted this. And by the way, where did I boost it? I boosted it in the neighborhood that I'm talking about. And I boosted it just general boost. And then because I had a picture and I am linked from my Facebook business page, I've linked it to my Instagram business page, which is my only Instagram. So Facebook, I have a personal page and a business page. Instagram, you can decide at any point by clicking on the settings button whether your Instagram is a business or personal page. No one will ever notice the difference. Unlike Facebook, that's the difference. Instagram, you can't tell the difference whether it's a business page or not. And if you do all this work from within your Facebook business page, there will be a button that says, do you also want to put it on Instagram? Yes, you do. You can also boost separately to Instagram, but if you're already on Facebook and boosting it there, why not boost it on both at once? And I had a huge amount of engagement, over 100 likes, and again, obviously I think a lot of these logins that you see here came from Instagram. And I was able to do that both at once because I've got my Instagram business page and my Facebook business page linked together. All right, any questions so far on this? Any questions so far? Let's see what we're doing here. All right, so we know everybody could hear. Everybody is engaged. Let me give a couple more points to you while you are thinking of any questions you've got. So again, let's recap. The first thing I want you to do from now on is when you post your properties, don't just post about them. You include a link to the custom page for that property on your Market Leader website. So you're going to boost that post. You're going to post that about that specific property using the listing page for that specific listing. Why is that? Because we want people to log in to our Market Leader websites to grab their contact information. It's almost like a call to action. All my stuff always has a call to action. It also should have a way to call, capture, email capture, contact capture. That's what we're asking you to do moving forward, starting today. Then I'm also saying on top of that, start talking about custom searches. Start interacting with custom searches and showing that to people and saying, look, there are things in your neighborhood that you may not be aware of. There are cheap properties in their neighborhood. Maybe there's expensive properties you want to talk about. Create a custom search on your Market Leader website and then share that search with your database on your social media and potentially think about boosting that search for $25 or $50 like I did here. And you will get all of a sudden out of nowhere a huge increase in your logins to your Market Leader website, which then, because we're using your Market Leader also as your CRM now. Remember, Promo Shop is just going to be for making flyers and all that kind of cool stuff, and then engaging with other realtors through the database we have stored in it for you. Market Leader now will have all the contact information on all your database, your people that you're already talking to, and then these people are going to be added. These people are going to be added, these new contacts, as you see fit. So you will go in here and you will want to talk to each person. You can set them up on a campaign. So look at this. You can add them to a campaign, and they are going to then be able to be added to your database. How genius is that? Added to your database without doing anything else. So before people logged into your market leader, you may or may not have remembered to do anything else to them. Now you will be able to have the ability. There's somebody that's on my website right now. So the minute you add them as a contact in here, guess what? The minute you add them as a contact in here, you'll also know when they're browsing your website, because you will get a email or a text saying this person's on your website right now. So if they are on my website right now, you can then say, hey, how you doing? I noticed you're on my website. What can I do to help you? Because you're trying to build a relationship with these people. If you just have these people here and you don't build a relationship with them, you know, it really may not be worth your time. We want you to have all this be worth your time. So click on each individual as they sign in and log into your website. Click on them, start to get information on them. Again, look at this. This is sending them information. Hold on, someone's already trying to do this. This is awesome. Send them information, talk to them, engage with them. If you have a phone number, you can literally engage with them here. Trudy has a question. We'll look at that in a second. So engage with these people. Start talking to them, because these are live human beings that obviously had some interest in real estate. If they clicked on the link to your listing, if they clicked on your link to your listing, they're interested in that listing or something like it. If they clicked on the custom search you created for them, that you were promoting, they're obviously interested in stuff in that price range, but they may be interested in other price ranges as well. So these people have the ability over time to become valued clients of yours that you would have never met if you weren't talking about this. All right, let's see. We've got a question here. I'm posting one to see. I think it's the bit.ly part. I'm not clear what that question is. Trudy, you can ask me that offline. The one with Facebook, what does that mean? That's a great question. The one with Facebook, what does that mean? That means that they actually have a Facebook profile. So Market Leader has spent quite a bit of time in technology getting their systems up to the point that when you are looking at their information now, if they've got a Facebook profile that Market Leader was able to add to it, that they was able to link to it, then now you can go and you can click on their Facebook profile. So for example, William Balcazar. Now that is actually already a friend of mine. I was not aware that they were looking for property. They saw my post. They already have a home. They said, we're looking for an investment property. This is the first I knew. I had no idea. So now this person is, so I can click on their Facebook profile and figure out who they are. They may have come to me through Facebook. So this person, I'm not exactly sure whether it's that they have a profile or that they came to me through there, but I can click on Facebook, and I have to log in to do that. But I can sit there and I can track their information and potentially connect with them. Same way with Google. So you can Google the search prospect, and guess what? Look, we know who this guy is. We know a little bit more about this guy now. Okay, isn't that cool? So information about the person. But again, I'm really focused on getting specifics from that person directly, not just relying on them. But it's a great start. So as you go through here and start talking to these people, get them eventually out of just Market Leader and get them into an MLS search. But what a start that you now have these capabilities to engage and interest people above and beyond the ordinary. I'm going to show you one more thing before I let you go for the day. One more thing before I let you go for the day. I do have an open house tomorrow from 11:30 to 12:30. That's a different post. And I want to show you how I can, that's interesting, that's pulling up some other information there. That actually is kind of neat. So they were actually giving me little ideas of pictures to post from what was on the links there. So if you notice what I did, when I posted that link to my bit.ly, it actually on the Facebook business page was smart enough to connect with some of the information, some of the photos. So it was giving me a photo link. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do this. I like this idea. Let's end with this. I think I've already shown you how to post an open house link. So here's are you ready to be a landlord? And there's these properties that they've already selected. So let's pick out some nice ones. I like number 4 and number 5. Maybe do that one instead. We're going to move this order and get these instead. Let's see here. So now we've got these pretty ones as your 1 and 2. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to spend $50 and I'm going to report the results back to you next week. Let's go ahead and do this. So we want this in the news feed. We're going to share it. And then I want to be able to boost the post as well. Now, I've got to go back in here and do that. I'm going to boost the post in a second. But I'm going to go ahead and post this. I'm going to spend $50. And I'm going to boost it in those neighborhoods. So I've already got something set up on Chicago's north side. I've got a couple different preset criteria. Let's go ahead and boost. And I'm going to want this to go on my Instagram too, if it will let me. Not sure if there's enough pictures on there or too many pictures. Let's see here. I'm going to go in that one. And because this is not, because the way that this is set up, this one is not going to allow me from the business page to link to Instagram on this specific one. Because of the link, I'm going to do that separately on my Instagram as well. So I'm going to spend $50, and I don't want it to run for 10 days. I think I'm going to run it for, let's see here, a little bit less time than that. And let's hold on one more thing. I want to go ahead and do this by a number of days. I don't think 10 days. I think 10 days is too long. I would like to get this a little bit more busy and a little bit quicker. So let's do that. So I've got these different areas that I've got picked out. So this is Lakeview. And I've got some other areas that I think would be a little bit more Chicago North Side big. That may be a better one. So I've got 60610, 60657, 60640. So this is some different areas. And then I am going to do $50, but I'm only going to do it for a couple days because I want to report back to you. So let's do it through the end of the day on Monday. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and boost that. And this is just going to go on Facebook this time, but then next time I'm going to want to do it on Instagram as well. And I can also do that through Instagram. So that is set. They're creating the ad. It'll take probably a couple hours for that. And then it's going to give you reports on it. And look at this. Are you ready to be a landlord? There's some great potential multi-unit investment properties in Lakeview, Uptown, and Edgewater under $800,000. Check them out or browse in your desired neighborhood. Now, how am I going to know how this is working? Well, I'll tell you exactly how I'm going to know. Is unlike some of the other very passive things that we say, oh, it had 5,000 hits. I don't care how many hits it had. I want to get logins. I want to get logins. And I'm going to start seeing if this is a successful one. Not only sign-ins, but I'm going to see that price point be totally different. Because, again, I'm targeting a different price point. So this is going to be a fascinating experiment. I'm already getting some people messaging me directly from these searches saying, hey, I want to talk to you, but I need to reach out to the rest of them and say, what do you want to do? Do you need to get pre-approved? Do you want to go out and look at some of these? Let's start the conversation. As always, this is all an appointment setting game, and I'm really excited to have this new technology for you, both the individual property websites with the lead capture and this advanced level search with the lead capture. Jump on it, guys. This is fantastic stuff. Thank you for being here. Any other questions, message me directly. Bye-bye.